Greetings, guys. So this is the third video on the Funtoo. So in this video, what we're going to do is install Xorg, and we're going to install ALSA, and then i3, and maybe one or two more other packages and stuff like that. So the first thing I would like to do is get a program called EIX. So EIX goes out to the portage tree, and you can search for any package. So if we do a emerge -s for search and then EIX, what this does is it has to go out to the portage tree, search it all, and then come back with a package called EIX, where with EIX you update it and then it goes all automatically. So the package is right up there. It's the very first one. So we do emerge AV EIX. So this will make things a little simpler going forward to search for packages and get the correct names and everything else like that. So we're just going to get this really fast. So hopefully this won't take too long. It's only 3 packages. Alright, we're all just about done. So again, what this program does is it actually you sync the current portage tree that you have synced before, and it's almost like a instantaneous search instead of having to actually go out to the mirror and search through it that way, because it can take a little longer time. So it is a very handy tool for sure. I'm going to have the tails going here. F var log emerge.log root tail f var log emerge fetch. Alright, so this should be just about done. Again, this package you don't really need, but again, it makes everything a lot simpler. So I'm just going to pause this for right now until everything's done. Okay, so that is done. Just going to go over. So now to update this, you just say EIX update. So what it does is it's syncing everything, all those dev kit, core kit, all the kits that are included in the Funtoo. So this should not take too long. And again, I find it interesting that Funtoo breaks it into different kits instead of one ginormous like repo. So it's an interesting idea that I don't know if any other distro does anything like this. So just let this run a little bit. Okay, so now, if you remember before when we did the EIX, so if we do EIX, bam, right there. What I like about this is that it does tell you the different, say if we do EIX VLC, scroll up here, you can see the different versions, and then it also gives you the different use flags that you can use, so which is nice. So what we're going to do is say EIX Xorg. Now what I like to do, I'm going to kind of do this like I do a Gentoo install. So if we do emerge AV, and then we're going to say Xorg X11 base Xorg-X11. This is the meta file for the Xorg for the X11 server. So this should get you everything that you need. Maybe a few other packages you may not need, but I rather have one lump sum and then trying to cherry pick the different types of packages. So it's now just calculating dependencies. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. Actually, I'm probably going to bring up the Funtoo website on my other screen here. Again, there is a lot of packages in the meta file for Xorg, so this is going to take a little bit. Again, this reminder, the system is 3 cores, 6 gigs of memory, and 30 gigs of hard drive space. So as you can see, there's 178 packages, so this should take quite a bit of time. So what a cool thing is with this is you can say no, do this, and if you put a time at the front, it actually calculates how long it takes to emerge all of the Xorg stuff, and then you can base future compile times based off of this. So what we're going to do is hit yes, and I will be back. It probably will take a couple hours for sure, so shall be back. Okay, so it looks like it took about 164 minutes, so about 4 hours. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is get audio. So I'll say EIX pulse audio, and now I'm going to page up here. All right, so it's going to say sudo, or don't need that, emerge AV pulse audio. This should bring in ALSA also. Oh, let's just bring in ALSA instead. So emerge AV ALSA, and then ALSA plugins. Really? Huh. Interesting. All right, I guess we'll just move. That's the portage. ls make dir. We'll just call it package.use. cd package.use, and then say vim pulse audio. So what we're going to do is go over here, exit EIX pulse audio, go up. So what we're going to say is greater than equal media why is this not paging? media sound, sound, pulse, audio. One more time. And then we just want the 10.0 dash 10.0 and say udev here. So I'm going to save that. Now we're going to try to emerge pulse audio one more time. This should work. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is say also plugins also. Also plugins. Now hopefully this will work. Okay, so it is bringing in the 11.1. .1. Save. Hopefully less time here. Alright, so we're going to go back. Vim make.conf use x udev pulse audio. Let's try this one last time. Hopefully this will work. Alright, 1 second. Let me figure this out. Okay, so I did figure it out. So what needs to happen is, I wish the documentation would be a little bit more clear on here. So under similarly to Gentoo, there's different profiles. So what I was on was, so underneath this you see core, desktop, hardened, minimal, server, workstation. So what was airing out was that it needed evdev. Now, a lot of the use flags type deal that you have in Gentoo's make.conf are built into these profiles under Funtoo. So what you need to do is you need to list them out just like this, and then you see the core desktop. And then what you need to do is say EPRO flavor and then whichever flavor that you want. So I said desktop, and as you see the asterisk, it's right there. So now if we go into our profile here, so Vim parent, there's a bunch of these. So let me go back. ls. Now I did try making the make.conf, but I'm going to take a look at the make.conf example here. So it's very similar to, it has a little bit more stuff than the Gentoo make.conf, but I did make my own. So we'll quit out of this and say make.conf. It's very similar to what I have here. I don't think any of this held, but anyway, so if we do so once that's done and do a AV pulse audio, there are a couple of use changes that we need to make. So I do need to make that, so I'll hit yes. Now, if we say etc update, we'll just merge these in here. So -3, so we're merging and hit yes. Now if we redo this, everything should be good. Should be able to do this. Now I believe ALSA should be brought in on here. There's the ALSA plugins. FFmpeg, Pulse Audio, Blue Z, HarfBuzz, Poplar. So a bunch of stuff is getting brought in with Pulse Audio, which it's correct. So I'm going to let this run. It shouldn't take too long though. So I'll be back once this is done. Okay, so that took a couple hours, but we are just about done. So we are going to do a ALSA mixer. Alright, that's fine. So we're going to get a bunch of stuff. So I believe it was Chater who wanted me to do i3, so we're going to do a bunch of stuff here. So emerge, AV, i3 status, dmenu, XFCE for terminal, Thunar, let's go Ranger. What else? I think that should be good. FD menu, XFCE terminal, Ranger. Yeah, it should be good. I think it's not going to like the i3 and i3 status. I think I have to actually put the pathway for it. But we'll find out. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Okay, so there's 39 packages. Okay, so what we're going to do is say yes. I guess we'll just keep it all in one. So Etsy update, J3, yes. Run it again. Alright, this shouldn't take too long, and then we are just about done. So 39 packages, 37 new, 1 new slot, and 1 reinstall. So I will get back to you guys once this is done. Okay, so once that's done, we got everything that we think we need. So I'm going to exit out of that. So one final thing we need to do is make sure that we have the Xinit. Okay, so once that's done, the one last thing we need to do is make sure we have the Xinitrc file. RC. So that is installed alongside the Xorg meta, or meta files. So we're making sure. So what we need to do is say vim xinitrc exec i3 for now. Save that. Make sure we chmod that plus x xinitrc. Okay, so now all we need to do is hit start X. Well, actually we're just going to reboot here. So everything is, for the most part, pretty close to what it is on the Gentoo side of things. So I'm gonna guess you could probably use a lot of the Gentoo wikis, because it doesn't look like Funtoo's got its own wiki. Uh, but once again, it is very similar because it uses portage and everything. It's just a few stages, um, a few things that are a little different. So hopefully this will work. Start X. Okay, so what we're going to do is vim.x/c. I'm going to get the mine that I have here. So we need to do this part of it. So in front of, right after here, ck launch session dbus launch sh syntax exit with session. Okay, that looks good. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so it's saying there's no screens found. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is cd to etc portage sudo su vim make.conf. Just going to delete that out. Now exit cd home. Alright, so we're going to do, hopefully this will work. Alright, I'm trying to remember, I think I ran into this actually during Gentoo. Alright, let me take a look, sorry. Just making sure I have everything that I need. X init rc. Alright, I'm going to pause this really fast, 1 second. Okay, I think I figured it out. I didn't think I have any video drivers installed, so I had Vesa in my make.conf, and so I installed the drivers for x86 video Vesa. So hopefully this works. There we go. And there we go. So we will generate, and then we can set the Windows key or the Alt key. I personally like the Alt key. And now if we just do a Alt D, there we go. x86 terminal. And there we go. So we have installed Funtoo. So I might just do one more video to close this out and help Dirk in figuring out how to install the HP lip and for wireless HP printers. So I might make that next week sometime, or maybe, yeah, probably next week sometime because I have some family stuff to do. So there you go. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next video.